Police is a memorable way of demonstrating that he's not afraid of drug smugglers. He holds up his right hand, revealing the absence of his middle finger. 4 years ago, Brigadier General Aquanord Kentuz was hired as Provincial Chief of Police in northern Afghanistan province of Badakhshan and charged with destroying its plentiful poppy fields. After I finished one of the first eradications, he says, my vehicle was blown up by a remote control bomb. He rolls up his right shirt sleeve. His forearm is badly mangled. In the years since, he has received innumerable death threats. Women and children of poppy farmers have hurled stones at his policemen. One of his eradication tractors was torched. The grim axiom defending today's Afghanistan, 85% of whose citizens are farmers, is that its economy relies on two dueling revenue streams. One flows from Western aid in hopes that the country will renounce the Taliban. The other flows from opium trafficking supported by the Taliban, which use the proceeds to fund attacks on Western troops. Only recently has the Afghan government seemed to take stock of the obvious. For the outside world's largesse to continue, the nation's economy's addiction to opium must end. The poppy fields must be destroyed. But just as this devoutly Muslim nation did not become the world's leading opium supplier overnight, uprooting Afghanistan's poppy mindset promises to be a complicated endeavor. In Badakhshan, Chief of Police Kentuz appears to be making some headway against poppies. 5 years ago, the province was Afghanistan's second biggest opium producer, after the Taliban-controlled province of Helmand. For a brief period after the Taliban ban on poppies in 2000, Badakhshan even took the lead in poppy cultivation because the province was controlled by the Northern Alliance militia rather than the Taliban. When Kentuz started his job in 2007, 9,000 acres were planted with poppies. 2 years later, fewer than 1,500 were. Eradication efforts have forced poppy farmers into the margins of the countryside. Their fields are, by design, all but invisible. To find one, you must drive for hours on a crumbled and isolated mountainside road, accompanied by someone who knows the district and will, if necessary, explain your presence there. You must look far from the roadside, gazing over rolling terracotta incognita of northern Afghanistan, studying its monochromatic creases for that rogue burst of color, simultaneously innocent and obscene, that finally screams out what it can only be, a field of poppies.